Good morning, it's Tanya the Canadian Stamper. It's Saturday morning, September 9th, coming to the end of my birthday week. I'm excited for today's live because the new mini catalog is available and I have a new product from the mini catalog to show you. And I've got some announcements for some classes that are coming up if you haven't seen them on my Facebook page yet. And we're gonna make two projects today. So I thought I'll take a basic design and I'll show you how I put the pieces together, and then we're gonna step it up using same sweet, same sort of bits and bobs, and we're gonna step it up so you can add different layers to your card or project to kind of give it some dimension and add the wow factor. So sometimes the more you add, the more wow factor, and then in contrast, sometimes just ink, stamp, and paper is beautiful and we nail it and it's just simple and beautiful. So it'll be both options for you today. So let's get started. I'm gonna show you in the catalog where it is. If you need a catalog, the digital link is in the description, and I highly recommend viewing it online. I'm happy to give you a paper catalog as well. I'll show you here in a minute. I'll open it. And so I'm happy to mail one of those, but also look online because Stampin' Up has a couple of fancy things happening. So every other month they're releasing a new kit, and then every other month I think they're releasing something called online exclusives. So if you just look in the catalog, you'll miss out on a whole bunch of other stuff. So just make sure to check out online as well. So my shopping link is there and you can search and see all the things. Janice, you're awake for today's live. Way to go. My boys are out. All right. Well, Zach's up, but I think he's denying having to get out of bed. Oh, thanks, Kate. All right, let's flip you and do this. It's going to be fun. So we're Christmasing today in September. I want to make fall cards, but I don't want to overdo it because I would make fall cards every single day if I could. So I'm trying to pace myself. Okay, I'm flipping you. And then I will bring up comments. So finally, I get to open the catalog for all the land to see. So you might be wondering, it's like, oh, Tanya, how come you haven't posted on your social media to say the catalog is here and ready? Well, because I'm super behind on my posts and whatnot, but the catalog is here. Oh, I gotta mute myself. There we go. Comments are live. Awesome sauce. Okay, so here's the catalog. It goes from September to December. And this is, these icons are really important to look for. These tell you what suites we have available. So these are pretty self-explanatory. If you want quick cards, it's the little clock and some of the different language options for stamps. 10% off, ones that fit the mini. Now this one here, $1 million. So demonstrators who reach this sales milestone, they get to go to Utah and design a stamp. So those are pretty exciting. And then reversibles is when you can stamp one image and then flip that stamp over and stamp another image, like a base image and then like the lighter image on top. So you do like light color and then dark color. According to Kyle and Gail. So I won't go through every page. Like I say, the digital PDF is in the link if you haven't seen it yet, but there's lots of fun stuff. Check online for what might be sold out already, but if you do have your heart set on something, then just flip me a message and I'm happy to look and see when it's going to be back online. And so if you're not familiar, I will track your items and then message you when they're back in stock, the day they're back in stock, so that you can get in on it right away. Sometimes they come back in stock and sell out again right away, but I'm happy to monitor that for you. All right, so then we have our feature bundle for today. So Joy of Noel, this is what we're working with today. So it is on it starts on page 28 of the catalog. So those are some of the options. Now this is a huge suite. So let's say you're looking through this and you absolutely love it and you want to do your Christmas cards with this. then the whole suite is $194. So that's one item number to buy the whole thing. And you get 2 bundles. So this is the one that we're working with today, Stamp and Die. Then you get this one, Stamp and Die. And then you get these little sequency things, some ribbon, specialty designer series paper, plus regular designer series paper. So you get all of this for the one item code, or you can separate it out. So 10% off the bundles, etc. So this is what we're working with today. This is also the suite here. It tells you more about the suite. So when the images like this have, just let me flip this. So see how this one has no background to it, and this one has a bit of a white background. Some of them do. The white background means they match, they have dies that match those pieces. If it's just a solid image like this, it means there's no die that matches. It's just the stamp. And then same thing, this is the other bundle here. I did not get this one. It's very pretty. So the sentiments will fit. It shows this one, and I think this one and this one, I think they might all fit actually. Depends. So that's that. Okay. Now, I showed you the designer series paper last weekend. I'm just gonna run through it super quick, just to remind you. We're gonna use this piece today, and then that's the backside, which is musical notes. We've got some wood texture and some gingham. And then this is like a deeper wood texture, as you can see. Good morning, Pam. Well, that's pretty. So similar to the one that we're using today, but this one's got a bit bigger images, and they're kind of like a watercolor. Look. What's on the back side of this? Oh, musical notes. I think there's another piece coming with that. That's nice and bright. There's our musical notes, and then it's red gingham on that side. So we're going to use a little bit of this red, and then this last one, which is also red, and then with some green on the back. So traditional Christmas colors. Beautiful. So I store it in these plastic sleeves that I get from Amazon or Staples, and then I put this on here so that I know what it's called, but then also what colors match. So sometimes when I'm looking for inspiration, I will search the name of the designer series paper or name of the stamp set in Google or Pinterest or Facebook, and then see what people are making. That's a little trick. All right, you ready to craft? Let's do it. All right, so I have a regular A2 size card base. Good morning, Jen. Oh, good, you got your catalog yesterday, great. And the little piece of designer series paper, I hope that works for your project you're doing. All right, so we're gonna use cherry cobbler. So this cherry cobbler matches the red that's in your designer series paper. I think you could use another shade of red if you didn't have cherry cobbler, but yeah. We're actually gonna, I think I'm gonna use these, which are adhesive back star trinkets. They don't go with this set. There's actually a star bun, like a suite, but I think these will look pretty. We'll see. Oh, what I didn't show you are all the pieces of that. Wait a hot second. Okay, let me show you. So this is the stamp, and then there's a little to and from, so you know there's some tags coming. And then these are stamps here in the black, and then look at that joyous. It's so pretty with the scripty. And then this is the stamp as well. And then I've die cut the Noel 2 times. One in, this is real red actually, so you can see the tone difference. And then I've also got it in like a shimmer gold for Noel. So the die, you can stack them like this, or you can go like this. It's up to you. So, have I thrown it away? Oh, here. So if you decide to do it this way on your project, let's just say, for example, you want to do Noel. So you're going to line up your card. I just pick a line on my desk here to line this up. And then you would put this here. And then in order to get it onto your project, you just would put a bit of glue and then tuck it into the negative space. to get it straight, or you could take a ruler and a little pencil and you could just make a little nick mark, or you could put it like this so that you know, like line up so that you know it's exactly straight, and then stack your letters like this with a bit of glue on them so that you know that they're perfectly straight across your card. So that's a little tip. Okay, and then there's some greenery pieces, which there's two, is there two? I think there's just one of these, and then there's one die that cuts out all 5 of these little pieces. And then the other dies that are there cut out your stamped images, both of these. So that's this one here, which we're going to color for our second card. Okay, now for sure, let's craft. Put these all to the side. Okay, so standard A2 size card base. Now, I'm interested to know in the comments, oh, Jan, the piece of paper is in your catalog. I put your catalog in the envelope, and then I put the piece of paper on top. So it should be there in your envelope. Okay, so here's the question. This has, I want to know if you think it should go this way, or if you think we should kind of offset them like that. What do you think? This way or that way? And then we're going to take one of the sentiments, says making spirits bright, and the spirits is scripty, and we're going to put that along the bottom, and it's just ink, stamp, and paper. That's it. We're going to do a little bit of gems, I think, but tell me what you think. Do you think, okay, so Kyle says offset, so that's one option, or do you want to do more like that? Offset or I'll say regular. Gingham square. Can I see that? Okay, yeah, I think Facebook will catch up. Okay, so while you're just thinking, I'm gonna add our sentiment. Okay, this is a bit of a stressful time because I'm going right onto our project with a sentiment in red. Okay, we can do it. So I've lined up on my table. I think I'm straight on here. And I am, what's gonna stamp? I'm gonna go straight up, straight down. No pressure. Nailed it. Love it when I nail it. That's quite pretty. I'm gonna hold it up to the camera so you can see, but it's pretty bold actually. It's quite pretty. Making spirits bright. All right, what have you said? Kate likes it both ways. Nailed it. Regular. All right, so I think regular is gonna win. Okay, now what do you think with the sentiment? Like that? I kind of like it offset. Okay, we're gonna do, actually I need that out still. Okay, let's glue these down. Actually, yeah, let's glue this one down, and then we're gonna, oh, now that I've put glue on it, shoot. Just in case. I didn't flip this before when I was getting this project ready for today. Okay, now offset with the jingles. This is like a sorry guys, I'm mixing it up on you. I kind of like the brown. Cause then it's like fa la la, you know? Anybody with me? Oh, I kind of like the red. I kind of like it offset. All right, I'm doing mine offset. Sorry to the crowd. Doing offset. My glue is clearly a bit plugged. Red offset. Jan likes the brown. Look, it's just anarchy now, ladies. I've just totally thrown you for a loop. That's okay. You know what the solution is? You're just gonna have to buy your own designer series paper and make it yourself. Then you can make it. and put it whichever way. Offset just a bit. Pam likes it. All right, thanks, Pam. All right, so I'm just being mindful of directional in the paper. Sure. All right, now, I think, oh yeah, look at that. What is this? This is, it doesn't have a name on it. It's gold ribbon. It's gonna be at the back of the mini catalog under the embellishment section. They don't put the names on them anymore. They put them on the package, but then you throw away the package and then you don't know the name of it. Okay, so this one makes a nice sturdy bow, if I do say so myself. So when it's pointy like this, just give it a little zhuzh, you know, to get your bow. Okay, don't watch, but I'm cutting my ribbon with my snips. You're not supposed to do that because it dulls your snips, but I don't know where my other, you know what, when you have a teenager, when you have kids, things just go walking away. I'm blaming it on Zach. I have no idea. I probably put my stuff someplace, but who knows? Okay, so I've got my what are these? Glue dots. It is a party, Jen. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bow magic here. I want this to be a bigger bow, but I've committed now with my glue dot on the back. And I think I'm just gonna nest you right here. Okay, don't watch again. Okay, I am going gems too, because why not? Obs, we have them. All right, so what have we got here? So there's 3 little and then 2 big for each row. Yeah, Jan, or Janice, they say that it dulls the snips. That's what the pros say. So usually I use my other scissors. What am I doing here? I'm being indecisive. I want this on here because I'm indecisive. I guess you kind of have to do them going this way. It wouldn't look quite right going that way, would it? Okay, hang on. I'm being indecisive, ladies. Sorry, just one moment. Looking for my shiny shines. Okay, I think I'm gonna go more this. What is this? These are festive pearls. Oh, what is this? So I'm gonna go gold, I think. Yes, the picky stick works great. I've never heard it called a picky stick before, but that's fun. That's a fun name, Jen. Okay, we're going gold. So I want to do circles because I wanted to do circle dots. See? So fancy. Whoops. So I'm just picking it up with the putty end and putting it down. So this card is, I'm trying to make it simple yet pretty. I like it. I'm happy with that. I could go up into here with it, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna leave it like that. All right. Now let's do the next one. I'm out of coffee, so that's unfortunate. So the next one, we're going to do a little bit of coloring. So these are festive pearls. All right. Here's the next one. So this is the other type of card base that you can make. So it's an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I've cut it at 4 1/4, and I've scored it at 5 1/2. That's it. So I'm gonna use my bone folder to do that. And I'm just putting away my little doodads here. So then I have a piece, these are all my bits. So I have a piece of basic white. This card is cased from Stampin' Pretty. It is unfortunate that I'm out of coffee. I'll have to get more. So this piece of white layer is 3 3/4 by 5. So it's gonna go like so. Now, the next thing we're gonna do after that is this piece, I think it's 3 by 3. This is Garden Green, and it's a 3 by 3 square. And then this is a 1/4 of an inch smaller, so 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So that's gonna go like that, and that's gonna go like that. And then we're gonna do a sentiment, and we're gonna kind of trim, do a little trim. So let's stamp our sentiment, making spirits bright again. Is that what I want? Let's just have a look. Yes, making spirits bright. So this is just a piece of scrap. I think I'm still in camera. Facebook has decided I don't need to see myself on video. But I think your comments are still coming through. So if I'm out of camera, then just tell me. All right, so we've stamped that in Cherry Cobbler on basic white. Now, we're just going to, this is optional. Actually, before I do that, you could leave it like this. You could flag the ends if you want, or you could just leave it like that. I'm not going to leave it like that. I'm going to rough cut around my sentiment. So we do have stamp sets that, like Stampin' Dies, that actually do this for you. Stamp your sentiment, and then it'll die cut around it, giving it a bit of a outline like I'm doing. I don't actually know that, I haven't bought the latest one, but I think there's another one that, and I don't know if it has holiday sentiments or not. So I'm trying not to touch the red, because sometimes Cherry Cobbler and Blackberry Bliss decide that they like to be a bit, they smudge, which is unusual, but for some reason, there. There, so that's totally optional, but you can if you wish. If you're making a whole bunch of them, you maybe don't want to spend that much time, but it's your call. All right, so the other thing we're gonna do here before we start committing to gluing things down is we're gonna add some ribbon, and then some of this ribbon. And, oh, we're also gonna add this piece, I think. So let's color this. Now, it'll be a quick color job because I have, what do I have? So here's the thing. I don't have alcohol markers in Garden Green. I don't know, I can't believe it. So I'm using Old Olive, and I think it's gonna be fine because some of the colors in there are lighter as well. I think the greens are, I guess my eye doesn't mind them as much when there's different shades of green. I do get a bit fussed with different shades of red for some reason. That was actually one of the reasons why I joined Stampin' Up, is because I started crafting. I was getting my stuff from Michael's, and then, what's it called? Oh, Simon Says Stamps in the States. And my shades of color were just not, like my ink and my paper and my ribbon, it was different shades, especially from Michael's. They don't have any coordinating, or not that I could find any coordinating colors. And then I watched a gal in the States named Brandy Cox, and she did, I think, 20 cards in 20 minutes or something on her YouTube channel, and that all matched. I'm color challenged, so I was hooked right away. And then I put about $200 of stuff in my cart to shop with Brandy, and then it told me I wasn't allowed to buy because she was in the States. I had to find a Canadian demonstrator. And then that's when I found Erica. That's my little story. All right. So I'm using the light, and I'm using the brush tip end. So I am now going to take the brush tip for the dark. Okay, Jan, see you. And I'm going to take the dark and I'm just going to add some, I'm going to cover kind of the dark of the, what am I saying? The black of the image when I stamped it. I'm just running this dark along the black in the stamped image. Do you know what I'm saying? Here. Like so. And then I'm going back over it with the light to blend it. Just to give it some definition. Not over the whole thing. I'll bring it up to the camera so you can see. Just to try and blend. I mean, you could do it per leaf so that you didn't get as many streaks, but it kind of blends itself in. And I kind of like a bit of interest with it. So that's what mine looks like. Now, same thing with the red. I'm going to go light. I prefer the brush tip, but you can use either tip. I might just do a few light and then a few dark. Let's see what dark looks like. So I'm just going, I'll show it, I'll bring it up to the camera again. So for the red, I've done light and then I've added just a little around the outside. So let's do one all, see, can you see the red? I should zoom in. I don't know how to zoom in. I don't want to mess it up. Oh, I gotta do more light. So I think you could stamp and color a few of these all at once. And some of the die cut pieces you could add on to here for dimension. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that one. So I have stamped this in Memento Tuxedo Black because I'm using my alcohol markers, so that's important. So we've got our pieces, my camera pieces. So let's deal with this. Now, decision time as to what it is that you're gonna pop off your card. I think I'm gonna pop this one. So if you're putting Christmas cards in the mail, you just want to be a little bit mindful of the amount of dimensionals you're adding to the project because it has to fit within, you know, to be lettered, that thickness in the mail. So if you were to pop, whoops, more than a couple layers, I might be concerned that it might not fit. A couple of layers of popping, and then if you add your like your embellishments, if they're quite tall, could get quite thick quickly. All right, so I'm adding my white piece here. And then let's just do this dry. So this is kind of what I want here. Is that straight? Yep. And then this piece, it kind of goes with that, doesn't it? I'm going to add this piece to here. It's all coming together. Okay, I have an idea here. Where's my cherry cobbler? Cherry cobbler, one moment. I feel like the sentiment gets a bit lost. So we're gonna do a little trick. Whoops. I want this to pop a bit. So watch this. I'm gonna do this. Now you could stick that down. Yeah, let's do that. So then it doesn't move around. My glue's stuck. How am I doing for comments? We're good. All right, so we're gonna add this. It doesn't matter which way at this point, because we're just gonna cut around. Let that get tacky. So now we're gonna come in with snips, and you're just gonna eyeball it and add to your edging, maybe? That's what we'll call it. All right, so let's talk about, so if you're just joining or you didn't hear my beginning, the new catalog is out, but it's really important, if you're interested, to look online on the stampinup.ca. My shopping link is there in the comments, because Stampin' Up! Releases products that are not in the printed catalog. That's the thing. So there's online exclusives is what it's called. And then there are, whoops, also new kits that come out. So there's a Christmas kit, and there's some other ones left over from last year too, which are super pretty. So these are my classes that are coming up. This September 23rd, this kit together. So you pick a kit, any kit, and I can order it for you, or you can order it. You can order a couple if you want to bring a friend, and then you can both even mix and match. So you could get like one birthday kit and then say one Christmas themed one, and then you could each have, you could mix and match. So you can join virtually or in person, and we put together the kits, and I can show you how to make like you can make the kit as the instructions are, and then you can use some of my products or your own products, and we will step up your kit designs. So it's meant for people who want ideas, and also for people who want to try out crafting. They're not quite sure and they don't want to buy all the stuff, or they're not sure if they will like it. So kits are, I don't know, between 20 and 30 bucks. Some of them are stamping kits, some are non-stamping kits, but all your pieces are there and ready to go. That's kind of a big bow. So that's what the kit together is all about. And then on October 7th, it's the craft and chat. So that one's only in person. Okay, we're gonna add another bow because I want to pop a gold. This is our stepped up card. Our stepped up. It is a nice bow with this. All right, so this is gonna go like this, and I think we're gonna have two bows maybe. We'll see. All right, so I'm gonna glue this down because I popped the other backing, and this is likely gonna go in the mail. So I'm also doing a new promotion for any orders, any qualifying orders. You're gonna get to have 3 kits sent to you for free in the mail, and they will be some of these Facebook Live kits, so that the video is already done for you and you can take the kits and rewatch the live and make the kit and have your own version of the card. What about that? Okay, we're just gonna play with this for a minute and see how we go. I'm wondering if, okay, feel free to comment and speak up if you see something that must be. I don't know if I like it in behind there or not. What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna come down here. Feel free to comment so I know. Yes, Christy, I know you have kits. I'm hoping you'll join maybe. It's like on a Saturday morning. So it's like instead of us like chatting and having our coffee over video, we can chat and have coffee and craft. Because I know you have kids to use. It's a bit busy. Okay, good. Thank you for the comment. Do you think it's too busy with this? Wait, whoops. Let's just take that off for a minute and go here and here. Maybe just that. I think that's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna add this in behind as a little bit of zhuzh because I do want to pop a gold. Better. Okay, so I think you mean better without this piece. Okay, where's my glue dots? So here's a trick to get your ribbon down. So we're gonna make our kind of, whoops, I should glue it down first. Now that I'm committing to the design. Is IMHO, in my humble opinion? That would be new. I know in my opinion, but in my humble opinion, I think is what it is. Okay, so this piece is too much, I'm hearing. I agree. So we're gonna do this, and then this. So I've got my little glue dot there on my thumb, and I'm going to stick it down, and then I've got my other little pieces that I've just stuck to it. It doesn't have to be super sturdy and permanent because I'm gonna add this over top. Yeah, that's pretty. My glue dots are getting a workout today. Yes, Pam, I do have an extra nicely colored piece for my third project. It's true. Okay, so Making Spirits Bright is gonna go here. Ah, it's pretty, I like it. Let's just glue this down. Now, I think you could also, for this set, you could heat emboss. I think if you were making a stepped up card, so heat emboss is when you use Versamark and then your powder and then your heat tool, and the heat tool melts the powder. Okay, let's just see how this looks. No, I don't think I'm gonna use these. I'm not feeling it. Where's my other? My festive pearls. And I think I'm gonna use the red. Yeah, I agree, Christy, some bling. Yeah, so if you're gonna come to the kit together and you don't have a kit, then just message me. I've got a group order that's going in probably today or tomorrow, so we could get you a kit. And you can join some of the gals who have already registered. And we're just gonna have a fun morning. So that's on September 23rd. I'm gonna do it monthly, I think. Okay, one more so that we're odd. Beautiful. Now, there's something else we're gonna do. Where's my stamp? So I'm gonna take, I think this one, and we're gonna do something. Okay, so we're saving that one for another day because it's too busy with it. So this is my block, and I'm gonna take this one off. So these stamps are reusable. If you're new to stamping, I mean, stamp sets last like forever. So you stick it back in your stamp case and you save it for the next time. And you reuse. All right, we're gonna do something fancy. I never do the inside of my card, and I'm doing it. I'm stepping it up with Christmas. So I'm using Versamark. I mean, you could use whatever color you want. It's what I have available, so that's what we're using. So the Versamark ink pad is more dense than like the regular ink pads. So I push harder. And where's the piece of paper? I'm going to stamp off, so I just want to protect my table. This is the inside of the card, and I'm going to do, I don't think I rubbed this stamp. I'm going to do a little accent because that's pretty. And I think I'm going to get crazy and go up here too. I love it. Now, I was gonna maybe do a sentiment here, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna leave it. We are gonna do one other fancy thing though. Okay, so there's that card. So we have our basic, and then we have our stepped up version with our inside. So now let's do our envelope. So to use up designer series paper, it's on the back side of this one, to match, what you do is you take a piece of designer series paper and you just glue it on. So I'm going to take my wet glue. Don't go too far to the edges, but you do want to get as close to the edge without going over, like oozing wise. Whoops, because you want it to stick on your envelope flap. So this is just a scrap piece. So you're gonna add that and then flip this over and trim. So you could also do the inside, like there's actually, well there was, I don't know if it's current anymore, but there was a die where you could make inside, gosh, what am I trying to say? Inside with your pretty paper. Insert, that's the word I'm looking for. Good grief. I better get my A game on. I gotta study after this. So speaking of studying, I'm in the research phase of my MBA project, and my project has everything to do with direct sales and crafting. So I have a couple of surveys, and if you're free, if you have free 15 minutes of free time, I would love it if you would take my survey so that it contributes to the research. My project sponsor is Stampin Up. So it's actually free consulting for Stampin Up is really what's happening. So anyways, I'll post those links if you can. I would love it if you would participate. Your opinion is important. So there's that one. So see how that's kind of just a nice little added touch, you know? Just like the inside, nice little added touch. You could for sure color those too. You don't have to leave them black, or yeah, black. And then this one, same. So it's pretty if it matches. I think you could have used the gingham as well. So this one's just ink Stampin' paper with a bit of embellishments. And then this one's stepped up. Still with ink Stampin' paper. I mean, there's not, the step up on here doesn't have any crazy techniques or anything. So I think they complement each other well. Thank you, Pam, for taking my survey. I will post the link. So there it is. So craft together on the 23rd. Bring a friend, mix and match. We'll have coffee. October 7th is the craft and chat, is $30. And you get $25 worth of Stampin' Up product. my surveys, which will be the link. I'll send a link. And then the host code, you're going to get 3 free kits from my Facebook Lives. That's for qualifying orders. And don't forget to view the catalog online, because you'll see the new kits, the new online exclusives, and you'll also see everything that's in the mini. And it'll tell you what's in stock and what's not in stock. But if you have your heart set on something, I'm happy to monitor that for you and let you know when it's back in stock. So there it is. There's all the things. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. Have a lovely weekend and happy crafting. Bye for now.